Welcome to Perfect Level. Back at the urban puddle one more time. It's extremely cloudy. The wind is ripping. Let's go. Starting off with a coal shad. Still haven't caught anything on this giant bait yet, but hopefully today is the day. Water quality isn't that bad. Considering we had rain last night, the water's kind of clear. Just kind of. I expected it to be extremely muddy, but it's surprisingly not. The wind is out of control. I guess that's normal. You know, it's spring. So what do you expect? I'm gonna have to work with the wind, so I'm gonna have to fish backwards. Normally I would fish these islands last, but I'm gonna have to fish them first and let the wind push me back. Yeah, when the wind stops blowing, it's not bad at all. It feels nice. There's a lot of bank fishermen today. That's surprising. It makes me think they may have put more trout in here. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe. I didn't know they were going to put more trout in Jennings, but I was told today that they did. Which if they put more trout in here, today might be the day. Today might be the day. Only one way to find out. The wind is blowing out of the northwest. Oh, that guy was yelling at that dog. I thought he was yelling at those other fishermen. He's telling that dog to quit it. He was chasing the ducks. He was going to eat a duck. Dadgummit, that same guy's out here again. He comes out here every time I come out here, and he's super annoying. Dadgummit. I think I've cut it out of every video when I talk about this guy. He's so freaking rude. He'll paddle right in front of me every time. Jerk off. Freaking hate this guy. Huh, that was an interesting bite. It was a bump, like that wasn't a bass, like it was something else. Which, I don't know if there's bluegill in here or not. Not sizable bluegill, but that's really what it felt like. It was a bluegill bite. Interesting. Which I know there's some trout probably left, but I don't really see a trout biting this bandito. Maybe. That really felt like what a bluegill will do. Fish on. It's a big one. He chased it. Oh, it's a big one. He chased it all the way up. And I saw his flash before he did it. Oh man, he is fighting my face. He looked very good. Yes. Yes, Megalodon. Megalodon. Look at the size of that bass. Yes, Megalodon. You. Megalodon. What a fighter. Oh, I had him hooked pretty good. He chased it. Maybe I should be throwing topwater. I don't know. Wow, I have him hooked so good. It's a good fish. I'm not going to weigh it, but I'm going to put it on the board. Mouth closed, 18 inches. I'd say probably 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. Thank you for playing the game. Shablow. Let's go. If the sun stays out, I'm definitely going to start throwing a topwater here pretty soon. That was so interesting catching that fish because I saw the fish flash before he bit the lure. So he was coming from very far away, moving fast. He came up to the surface and I saw the flash. I'm sporting some new sunglasses that I got off of Amazon and I really, really like them. Even when it's cloudy, I can still see really far into the water. And it was definitely an advantage on catching that fish. And like most of the larger bass, that fish had no signs of ever being caught before. Which has been very typical this year. I don't think I've caught any fish out of here at all that look like they've been caught before. Which this place gets a huge amount of pressure from all different types of fishermen. Trout fishermen, cat fishermen, bass fishermen, kayakers, bank fishermen. Like, it's just insane. But fishing here is really hard. Most people are unsuccessful here. There's only a few things that actually work for me, you know. I know there's a couple of other guys that fish here pretty frequently and, you know, they stick to the same routine because that's what works for them. And I'm not hating on that because that's exactly what I do. I mean, if you watch my channel, you'll know that every fish I've caught out of here in the last 3 months has been on the white bandito. Man, that fish fought like a ton of bricks. A ton of bricks. Sheesh, boy, it felt good to catch that fish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Feels good. The sun is out right now, so that's really nice too. It was so cloudy this morning. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording. I see a mud spot in the water where something swam away. It could be a turtle, but it's very lengthy to be a turtle. So I think I just spooked a fish. If I only had some forward-facing sonar, I'd catch all the fish. Yeah, right. Actually, maybe. Who knows? Why so serious? There's a daggum herd of children over there, exactly where I want to go fishing. And like, a part of me is a little mad, but at the same time, I can't be mad. You know, they're just kids having fun. Why so serious? Oh, it's cold in the shadows. In the shade, it's still cold. You gotta wait till the sun comes out. Great. Here comes some bass boats. As usual, freaking bass boats. Here they come, 2 of them. And one of them's a giant freaking bass boat. Man, it kills me. These guys come out here, it kills me. It drives me bananas. No joke. That's like a 17 to 18 foot bass boat with 150 horsepower. Looks like a Johnson Evinrude on it. And this freaking urban puddle kills me. Straight kills me. Problem that I'm having is when my battery goes dead in my back camera, the camera that shows the back angle, the what do you actually call that, the above head angle, third party angle, is that right? Anyway, when the battery goes dead, I can't change it. I have to like get out of my boat to change that battery, and that's a bit of a problem. So I can't always just jump out. Sometimes I have to find like the perfect place, either that or get my boots wet, and I don't really want to get my boots wet today. It's cold. It may not look cold, but it is. Fresh pack of white banditas. The bug is the drug, or so I've been told. What was that? Oh, it was a duck. Oh, duck foo. So I know a place where I can get out to switch out my battery, but it's on the other side, and I need to paddle over there. And I actually wasn't going to go to the other side today because there's a lot of bank fishermen over there, and I just kind of want to give them space to fish and, you know, all that. But I really need to change my battery. Easy, easy ducks. Take it easy. I might be able to get out on the rocks over here. I'm gonna try that. Step in some duck poop. Urban puddle. Let's go. Well, it finally happened. I hit my camera, and check out that backlash. I totally forgot not to cast overhead. Oh, that is a terrible backlash. Oh my gosh, it's a bad one. I knew it was going to happen eventually, as I forget my camera's behind me, and I knew I was going to hit it. Oh, that is a terrible backlash. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get this. Well, I'll catch you later. In the game. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, I actually had to cut some line out, which is not something I would normally do, but I got it. I'm back. I'm back in the game. Just can't hit my camera again. I have no idea if I hit the actual camera or what. GoPro. That's kind of the trick with GoPros, is when your battery is completely charged up, they operate pretty great. No, not bad at all. But as your battery gets weaker and weaker, they start malfunctioning. And when your battery's like, you know, halfway to almost dead, like it starts bugging out and it'll start doing all kinds of trippy stuff. With the sun being out right now, if the wind will stop blowing, I'm gonna start using topwater. But as long as the wind keeps blowing, I probably won't. It has came and gone all day long. We got up to like 15-mile-an-hour gust. I'd say it's pretty consistent around 6 miles an hour right now, which is really windy to be out here in a kayak. But for whatever reason, I just didn't want to give up today. I had a couple of bites this morning. I did land one really nice largemouth, but that's been it. And most of the bank fishermen and the other fishermen, I haven't seen anybody else catch anything. Earlier today, there were several large bass boats out here, but I didn't see any of them catching anything. It is later in the afternoon now. I keep hoping that the wind is going to die down, at least for a little while, but I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. Tomorrow is going to be basically the same. Clouds in the morning, sun in the afternoon with lots of wind. I am considering maybe going to the lake. I don't know yet. I'll have to make decisions in the morning. Wow, the wind is just insane. In the last 2 months, that has been one of the biggest factors for fishing, is how much it's been raining and the wind. So on the days that I can go fishing and it's not raining, the wind has just been insane, which I just pushed through, but like, it's a bit much in a kayak. And even in a full-size bass boat, the wind is just terrible. It's really hard to cast in the wind, and like staying in any kind of position is just terrible. Okay, it's time. Time for the whopper plopper. I think the water is still too cold and the wind is still blowing like crazy, but I'll give her the old humdinger. Whopper plopper. See what happens. I really dislike the whopper plopper because of the line twist. I mean, for real, I think a buzzbait's better. It's just harder to fish the buzzbait, but you don't get those ridiculous line twists. But man, is topwater fun, especially when they're biting. Jeez, it is so awesome. Gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. The plopper. I actually like the chompo too. The black chompo is really good. The sun is getting low. It's getting cold too. I can feel the temperature dropping. It's supposed to get down to 32 degrees tonight, so I assume there's going to be frost in the morning. That really affects the fish. I may have said that earlier, I'm not for certain. Hours have gone by. But I think frost, especially in the spring, it really affects the fish. It just takes them that much longer to get warmed up and like moving around. Well, I tried. Stupid whopper plopper. Fish on. He's not big. He didn't want that whopper plopper, but he'll eat the bandita. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Good sir. This fish has been caught like 40 times. He's got scars all over his face. His gills are all jacked up. Poor guy. Poor guy. Good to see you. Have a good life. Shablow. That fish had been caught like 40 times. His face was all jacked up. And that's interesting because he was little and he had been caught a bunch. Where all the fish that I've caught over the last 2.5 months were all big fish. And none of them had ever been caught before. That's so interesting how I cast the whopper plopper in there twice and he didn't bite it, but the bandito he did. Well, I guess that disproves my theory, because I kind of thought there were no little fish. I think the smallest fish I've caught here in the last several months was probably 2.5 pounds or so, as far as largemouth. That fish was like 1.5 pounds. That's it, calling it quits. What a fun day on the urban puddle. I landed 2 fish, one really good largemouth, weighed about 3 pounds. I think it was 18 inches long. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.